Hello, it's me, Calypso by the Sea. Welcome to a CAS video. Yeah. So, I've been toying around with making a guide for maybe an LP, maybe a hangout. I'm not sure quite yet what my goals with this are, but I wanted you to come with me on this journey. At least on this part, at least. Yeah. So, this character, his name, well, I think right now, it's not correct up there. I can't see. It's kind of, I'm doing a voiceover right now. This was a pre-recorded video, and then I went over and was like, blah, over it. Anyways, his name is Hero. He's a good boy with a heart of gold, but he's also just kind of a scary guy because he just has, I already made him up, with a scar on his face and things like that. But he's a baby. He's a very gentle soul. I wrote his traits randomly. You know me, I let the character tell me who they are. And he rolled Maker, Street Smart, Sensitive, and Forbidden Lover. Okay, I know what you're thinking, Calypso. What? I didn't roll that. I was like, what? I'll read it out to you. Forbidden Lover. These Sims are drawn to relationships that are taboo or socially frowned upon. They get a thrill from the secrecy and danger of these relationships, but face increased stress when the relationship expose or cause drama. I don't know what that means. So, in the terms of the Sims, so I just thought he has an attraction to older women, like grannies and stuff like that. Not grannies, but there's like older women, cougars. That's the word. So yes, he's he likes to sift around, and make things with his hand. He's a hands-on kind of guy. He also enjoys gardening, and he lives with his grandma. His grandmama. Cute. So who's not here yet. You'll see her later when I show some gameplay. But yeah, she's a sensitive guy, but people at school fear him and think that he's on this part right here, I was like, that bulge is too much. That is too much on that underwear. We need to put him something more decent. You know me. You know me in this game. I love it, but it's just so funny. But he's just a cutie guy. So what is the point of this LP? What is this point of this gameplay? It's just something personally for me to relax in, because I try all kinds of things to figure out what I'm comfortable with outside of UDC, what I like to do. And I just think I want to do modern gameplay. I do. I want to do modern gameplay. I miss it so much. But I'm like, my UDC. But you gotta be like, the content. Yes, the content. But also, what about my happiness? And it won't be as often thing. Also, I keep wanting to go back to my Hundy Fundy, but I live in America. The political climate here is just too much. Even making fun of them or pointing out the hypocrisy and the craziness of the challenge was just making me gag a little bit too much. I'm like, this is what they want for real, and then they're in power. But so we'll see where that ends up. But for now, I just think that having Hero would be a nice change of pace. Isn't he so cute? So with his fashion, I was thinking more along the lines of it's just like, he's such a summer boy to me. He has such a summery feel. He wears baggy clothes and he knows what kind of vibes he gives off, but he's adherent to his own style, which is, he wears comfortable clothing. He doesn't want to be all sagalicious and all that, but he just also doesn't want to wear like preppy tight clothes, I make it a point, right? That was I was a little funny. It's like, it would have been a good shirt, but the sunglasses, that's not him. That's not him. I've also just been noticing, like, there's a lot of with these clothes, like the belly button is exposed, which is, it's good for my, I was gonna say something inappropriate, for my more out there people, but you know, isn't that such a cute outfit? You know, I was like, oh, there's so many good outfits, but I'm like thinking like they're gonna be in the Kamarobi area, Japan area. I was like, let's have something more simple, like that's the thicker materials. Just like me, I run hot, so I don't like wearing a bunch of clothes. And he's not a communist. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Voiceovers are so interesting to do because you just go with the flow of the video. But I think I got his fashion pretty good. You know, like I said, thicker materials are, you know, it's just like, man, winter time only. Or if you're inside of a school, like, I don't know how other places are, but American schools, they will freeze you up, brother. They will make it, you are cold on ice. So that's why if you ever come to America, they're like, even though it's hot as heck, they're like, I'm bringing my hoodie to school. Why? AC, man. The AC. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like some accessories are good, but he's not a super accessory kind of guy. I kind of, you know, thinking back on it now, I kind of want to add back the chain wallet, but it wasn't aligning well with his pants. And I was like, no. Yeah. And then of course I wanted to make sure he had a hat. He has to have a hat. And some of the bills some of these hats are so large. Like they feel like comically so. Maybe, I mean, I don't wear a lot of hats in real life anyways. In real life, offline. Where else would you be wearing? Anyways, outside of The Sims, I don't wear a lot of hats. So I'm just like, is this like accurate to how hats are nowadays? Or am I just sensitive? So, you know, I just want him to have a very casual feel. And yes, I did say that he was street smart. So I try to think, well, let me back up a bit. He's street smart, yes, but why would that be necessary? He does live with his grandma, but she raised him from a child. So no, it's not like he's a latchkey kid or what they do in a lot of Japanese shows where the parents work overseas and the kid is at home alone, which is wild to me that so many, I guess that's just a reality that can happen in Japan, where you can have a child be by themselves while they're away overseas, which is wild to me. 'Cause just imagining my child, who would be like, what, anime years, 16 or something. You're like, well, I'm going overseas for a year. You hold down the fort. I'll send money. Don't burn down the house. This shows the different cultures. You're getting off topic. I'm not off topic, but it's one of those cases where that's not one of the cases here. Here with Hiro, his parents died when he was younger. So he definitely, poor boy. He grew up a little bit harder. That's where the scar came from. Now, I had them killed, I put down as a fall, but I do not know what's the nature of the accident. Maybe it was a car crash or something. It gave him a scar, and that's what he lives with now. And I just thought, like, oh, my cutie boy, he deserves so much better. But his grandma took him in on his mother's side of the family, and now he's been growing up under her. She's more of an eccentric woman, fashionable, but also strict. She has a little house that she maintains, and he's always been very nice and respectful to her and they have a close relationship. From what I know and heard, and it could be something different later on, or could, I could be misinformed, but the social case that you are in, it's easy to be manipulated. Like, if you're not the picture perfect family, you are bound to be a subject of the rumor mill. So he's like, oh, well, he doesn't have parents. He doesn't have, he has a scary face. I mean, he shaves his head because that's just the way he prefers it. It's just kind of sad that he has to deal with such ostracization when he's just a good boy. But he just kind of gets that bad boy energy. It's like, oh, he is angry. Also, I have it where the grandma she's into being a florist. She wants to be a florist. So I was thinking either doing a small business or something along those lines where I could get her to run a flower shop. And that's kind of how they make their money. I thought that was good. I thought that's pretty neat. Teehee. But we don't know. I'm not quite sure yet how far I want to. I keep trying to talk around it like I'm not gonna go all in, but we all know how I love to just jump into things and just keep it going. Sorry, guys. I'm not abandoning UDC or anything like that. No. But I'm definitely not tired of it, but I just want to change things up a bit so I can have my own satisfaction, while also keeping you guys entertained, because I like making some videos, but I also want to be able to do stuff that makes me happy too. I hope that's okay. And I hope that you guys enjoy what we do. Isn't he so cute, guys? I think I did a good job with him. He's a cutie butt. He's a cutie butt? Yes, he's a cutie butt. But, I think, let's see, or on the PJs, I'm trying to think of his fashion, also, like, in regards to also living at his grandma's house. He lives with his grandma. But he's a bad boy. No, he's a good boy. He just has the look of a bad boy, but he also I feel like he also kind of has like a rude mouth. I did some adjustments on his, what are they called? Values. Because he is a teen, so he still has them. He's not very good at his conflict resolution. He's full of empathy. Like, he loves cute things. He loves cute animals. They have some chicks right now that he's like to die for. But I feel like he also kind of just has a rude mouth. And I think that also comes from just living with his grandma as well. She's just that kind of lady that she kind of created this beast. This beast. Not a beast, but just this foul-mouthed boy. And she's like, she's also kind of sharp-tongued, so that's kind of where he gets it from, because he doesn't really have his parents. Well, not really. I think he lost them when he was like a toddler. I'll say a toddler. Isn't that so cute, man? There's some good fashion in the regular Sims pack, and I want to use them more often. But I'm just like also addicted to CC. Also, I was just like, oh my god, I forgot about that. So what to wear in a party, you know? That's funny. Just goes to the party shirtless. Again, I love that shirt. It's just the sunglasses. Can I take them off? Can I take the sunglasses off? And then also with these pants, they create, like I said, that issue. What is it? Is his name like Mar? Or is that Dario? Something like that. They just have just like this dip and this space, and it just like, look at all this, like, it's the pants. It's not just the clothes, but it's also the pants too that create this dip. And that's why I changed the pants, so I can just like, okay, those were sagging. But just like some regular pants, so I can test the shirts out, because I like to test the shirts, because that's like the main draw. I mean, it depends, cause, you know, you put on a pair of good shorts, you're like, bam, look at this, you see what I'm working with, right? I think it's cute. I'm so hungry today. I hope you didn't hear my stomach growl. I felt like that was loud. My stomach was like open. Sorry. That seems so random, like, Calypso, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, I'm serious. I just wanted to make sure that my belly wasn't rumbling on you guys. Sorry about that. Voiceover, I don't know. I want to mess around. Like, if doing a voiceover, I kind of don't want to mess with too much as I'm going, but maybe I'm just more sensitive about it. But yes. I think we got a good overview for his character. He lost his parents. He also has a learning difficulty, which is not like school-wise, but he got dyspraxia, which is coordination. So his coordination is also, he's a little clumsy as he tries to navigate that. He also, because I killed his parents in game, still has like the blues grief, but I wanted to run its course. So you might, while I'm playing, see that, because I didn't kill them off when he was a toddler. I killed them off as, you know, after I made this. So you know how the Sims are. So I kind of want to play through it to see where it will take him in the end. But we'll see. I don't have any aging on right now. First job. What? Sorry, I'm also playing The Sims while I'm doing this, so I can check my knowledge on some stuff. I'm not playing The Sims, I'm just looking at it, like, just to look at some of the things, and it's just like, oh, yeah. Anyways, so he has some of his schoolwork done. He's a good boy. It's the summertime in The Sims, and you will see me do a little bit of a renovation on the house of something I got off the gallery. It's missing a few things, and even now I'm looking over, I'm like, I missed a few more things. That's no good. And I gotta work on that. Like the trash can not being accessible, things like that. Also, I saw my seed packets weren't working, which was odd. But I think Iceman said something about that. I have to check in on that. But, you know, I'm trying to get things ready just for a fun time. I think you'll notice, this is something I do with my modern gameplay, is that I like to have multiple outfits for characters. Yes, and you might see it a little bit in UDC. But I like to have multiple outfits, but then also have maybe the same outfit, but then the same outfit, but then with a hat or accessory or something on, so you can have like a difference between indoors and outdoors, which there are mods, I believe, that you can kind of mess with that. But I was like, I like this way better. I do have the mod that lets you oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the word. When you lay down, you take off your shoes and hats and such. It's kind of like you need something else too, you know? I feel. It's what I feel. But I think we're about done here. At least with my words. I just wanted to, I don't even know the name. Like, you gotta think of a name for the LP and all that. Or maybe I could just say Curd Household. I like that when I see that. I know there's like, was it someone named Alora Sims? I watch her vids and it's Curd Household. And, you know, there's also Ocean and all that has like Current Household and rotational gameplay. And I probably won't have rotational in this one. At least I don't think I will, and if we do, it'd have to be brief because I will drive myself crazy just trying to do it all. Isn't his summer clothes so cute? He's such a cutie boy. He's such a cutie boy. I love his summer fit, but you'll see me do that with his winter clothes. So I think I'll give him 2 summer outfits, one with a hat, and you might see him walk around. When I was thinking about when I was making him, some of the inspiration was like, he feels very Okinawa to me. If you look up Okinawa, you'll see what I mean. He's like a beachy boy, and now he kind of lives in the countryside, more of the country part of. Gosh, you know, what I kind of want to do is mess with Sulani and make it Okinawa feeling. That'd be so good. If you ever play the Yakuza series, that Okinawa arc is so fun, so good, so heartfelt. But that's kind of the vibes I was going for with Hiro for his summer clothes. Well, that is all from me right now. You can enjoy the rest of the vid, see him all built up as I choose out name and everything else, kind of let you look over him. But I think this was very fun, and I'm looking for, yeah, I got him an undershirt. I was like, yeah, you could do an undershirt. That's so cool. So I had to find a good undershirt to go with it. I was like, that rules. That rules. I love accessory shirts when they go with the clothes I want. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Hiro. Like, comment, subscribe. And also, let me know how you like. I'm doing a little bit more editing, trying to do more editing practice, so I hope this goes well and you can see the differences, and hopefully the quality has been slowly getting better over time. I do my best. Alrighty then, guys. Well, that's all from me for now. Thank you so much for your views and conversations. I'm looking forward to it. Bye bye.